friends, it's UrsulasRevenge, and happy Wednesday update day, except that I am sad. So long story short, I've already gone through and I recorded this whole video. It was like an hour and a half of content. It was great. I was hilarious. There were funny moments, but I did the cardinal sin of recording videos for YouTube. And I didn't fully check my microphone settings. I flew way too close to the sun. I have been forgetting to check, or not really even forgetting. I've just been trusting my computer, but no more. I no longer trust my computer. Let this be a warning to anybody who also records videos. Check your microphone settings. It takes like 2 seconds, especially if you've done a Windows update, because Windows updates like to reset your microphone and speaker settings. So just word of caution, just double check. And what's funny is I kind of did. I made sure I unmuted my mic and everything, except I didn't make sure that the line was bouncing, and it wasn't. So my bad. So we're getting a little bit of an abridged update video today. I hope you don't mind. I hope it's still funny. Please tell me I'm still funny. Anyways, let's go over everything about today's update, because yes, it is still a good update despite my sadness, but that's completely towards me because this update was pretty great. As you know, as I mentioned in the next up in Jorvik, Camp Western is in full swing starting this week for the next 3 weeks, and there's lots to do and more stuff being added in the future weeks. So let's do a quick little recap. First up, this technically isn't even Camp Western, it just happens to come out at the same time as Camp Western. The American Saddlebred has joined, it says joined Camp Western, but you know, it's a permanent breed in the game. We got American Saddlebreds now. They're like the anime girl of horses. Look at that tail. Just look at it. What's interesting is that the news says that this is Lisa Peterson's beloved companion. I didn't think that Starshine was an American Saddlebred, but maybe we need to take a closer look. I don't think they're going to be updating his model. Maybe they're just saying he's American Saddlebred. I have no idea. I'm just reading the news. Anyways, let's look at all of the coats that this horse comes in. There are 7 in total, 1 available at level 1 in Fort Pinta, and the other, well, all 7 of them actually are still available in Starshine Ranch level 8 and above for 900 star coins. So this horse also has a couple of unique mane styles, including this luxurious tail. So let's take a look at these as well. And finally, they actually have 2 special gaits. First, after the Cancer Gate, they have what's called a Speed Track. This one is available at level 1. And second, they have a special gate that is the Slow Gate. This is unlockable at level 7, as normal special gates are. So it's interesting that this one has 2 special gates, but one is immediately available. What's also cool about this gate is it looks like there's a custom player animation that goes along with it, and I don't think they've ever done that before. I think this might be the first time. I've gone ahead and named mine Moon Guardian after Sailor Moon because, like I said, they're the anime girl of horses. It was required. Next up in the news, we have some new Western tack and items, but these aren't exclusive to the festival. In the normal Starshine Ranch clothing and tack shop that's over by where the horses are for sale, there are 3 new sets of clothing. And as it turns out, these are also available in the global shop. They are called the Adelaide Western set, the Dakota Western set, and the Jess Western set. Also in the global shop, I don't know if these were added this week or last week or another previous week. I haven't really checked the global shop in a while, but we have new Rex Stamper saddlebags. And I don't think we had saddlebags that matched the Rex Stamper set previously. So it's nice that we have new updated style saddlebags that go with your nice like basic classic set that you can mix and match with anything. And now, permanent things aside, let's talk about Camp Western. So to get started in Camp Western, there are a couple NPCs that you can talk to. There is Lisa Peterson, Carl, and Josh, who are all standing nearby each other. You can do all of their quests, and basically just doing that will teach you everything you need to know about Camp Western. Carl will take you through all the chores and tasks on the chore board that you can do for summer tokens and some consumables, as well as your Shillings. There are 3 you can do a day. They will change every day, and I'm not sure if everybody will have the same chores every day. They might, though. If you also have the cleaning up the poop quest, this is where I found the shovel today. Otherwise, my chores were shearing the sheep, which you can do in the field by Mary, just watch out for that bull, and picking up the package by the bridge to deliver to Josh. Lisa will actually take you around Camp Western and give you a little bit of a tour of where the things are. She'll tell you where the shops are, where Gary Goldtooth is, and as well as the square dancing place. Later on, she actually introduces you to Gary, and Gary explains that he's selling things for gold nuggets, and he teaches you how to mine for them. It is a timing-based minigame, but you don't have a time limit at which you need to complete the minigame. Really, your only limiting factor is if there's wolves nearby, because you don't want to get, startled by the wolves. Your best bet is to always aim for the little green bar section. If you consistently hit that, you'll actually get more gold nuggets because there's like a multiplier bonus. If you miss one, you'll still get gold nuggets, you just won't get as many. So really work on your timing to maximize your gold output. He'll also explain that he's got different things for sale using the gold nuggets, including the lures to get the horses, which we'll talk about, the beast repellent, and the keys for the Renegade chests, which we'll also talk about. I'm not sure if these prices have changed from last year. I remember the beast repellent being really, really expensive, and I think now it's only 15 gold nuggets. So here are the prices last year, so you can compare to see if they've changed anything. It also looks like Gary will be having additional chickens for sale this year. They're just not available quite yet. I think week 2, if I remember from the next up in Jorvik, is when the new pets come into play, including the chickens and the dog and the cat that you have to find. Speaking of the chickens and the other pets that were available last year have returned this year. You can find them in the kind of central area where the shops are available. I actually only had 1 chicken left. I'm assuming that the dog and the cat would also be available here. I just don't have a way to check. However, instead of them being available by searching for them or for gold nuggets like last year, they will be available for star coins if you've missed them last year. Now, a big thing about Camp Western, if you were part of it last year, you'll remember how many wolves there were. I don't know if they've actually cut down on the number of wolves. I think that they've made them rarer in some areas. Obviously, if you go to Fir Grove, they're going to be everywhere. Here's a couple of tips and tricks on how to get away from the wolves. Number 1, you can always use a beast repellent. That will get rid of the wolves if they get too close, and it'll allow you to keep going wherever you're going versus coming back to the camp and being repaired or healed, I guess, by the vet. Another thing you can do is once you've gotten some wolves on your tail, if you ride through poop, it has the same effect as using a beast repellent. What's also cool is it seems like no matter how many wolves you have, if you run through poop, all or most of them will get scared off. I did this over at the wolves den. I was trying to get as many wolves as possible to follow me, and I ran through one pile of poop, and they all stopped. I swear, I probably had like 12 wolves on me, and it was a really convenient and easy way to clear out the wolves den, so I was able to get the things that I needed from there. And finally, you can run back to safety. If you have wolves on you and you're near Camp Western, you can just ride into the camp area and it will stop them from following you. This is extremely helpful if you are riding around in the mining camp area. You can collect all the wolves and then jump over the fence into the training area, and they'll stop following you. Just keep going a little bit further into the middle because sometimes they do come about like 3-ish feet into the riding area. Once you clear some wolves out of a specific area, it'll take them a little while to spawn back in, so it is helpful to clear the wolves or lure the wolves out of the area, get them to stop chasing you, and then go and collect whatever you're trying to collect. The last way to get the wolves to stop chasing you is actually to wait them out. The wolves will stop chasing you eventually. They will get bored. They will give up. I feel like they're giving up quicker this year than they did last year. I don't know if that's actually true. It might just be me not remembering from last year. But if you ride around for maybe like 30 seconds or so, they'll eventually get bored. So just keep running around. They'll eventually stop chasing you and just fade into the distance. I believe bears will do the same thing, but I also think the bears might be a little bit faster, so you should probably use some beast repellent if you go anywhere near the bear cave. Camp Western is a very hide-and-seek focused event, which is really great if you like to explore like I do. So there's lots of things that you can search around for and find. So in addition to the gold that Gary told us about, there will be nodes everywhere, including just loose pieces of gold that you can collect. Sprinkled around, you'll also find things like the beast repellent, the hay, lures, and the Renegade keys. You'll just find them scattered around. I don't think there's a certain amount that spawn. It's just kind of random. So keep your eyes peeled if you're running around and you're trying to rack up on some of those items for free. It also seems like getting gold, whether through the nodes or finding it loose, and collecting the other consumables will reward you with a little bit of experience as well. Other things that you can search for that get you experience are herding horses and the Renegade chests. First, with herding horses, you'll need to have some hay lures with you to actually guide the horses back. This is one of the quests that Carl also teaches you how to do and introduces you to the concept of a hay lure anyway. Every day there will be 4 horses scattered around Starshine Ranch and Firgrove that you have to go and locate. They'll have that little recyclable symbol above their head so that you can trade them a lure in order for them to follow you. Those locations will be the same for everyone who logs in for the day, but every day they will have different locations. Eventually you'll kind of see a pattern and they will repeat. Here are today's locations. Once you have all the horses, you're going to bring them back to the area kind of near where Lunging and the vet is, and then you're going to turn the quest in with Wesley. If you're leading horses back to Starshine Ranch and you get attacked by an animal and get sent back with no repellent to the vet, no need to panic. Just go back to where you were attacked, where you lost them, and they will come and find you, and you can go ahead and continue returning them to Starshine Ranch. It's quite funny to me, though, if you try to return a horse that isn't following you anymore. Also scattered around the map are Renegade chests. You can be introduced to the concept of the Renegade chest by finding Scott Buttergood, and he will explain everything about who the Renegades are and what you need to do. This is actually a reputation quest, similar to impressing the Baroness in the spring event. Instead of doing races to increase your reputation, you're going to be looking for these Renegade chests. Every day there will be 5 chests scattered around. Similar to the horses, these locations will be the same for every player on a given day. Josh's tutorial quest will also show you where one of the Renegade chests are, but this chest is not included in the 5, so on the first day that you do the tutorial quest, you'll actually be able to get 6 chests. You'll need a Renegade key to unlock these chests, which you can purchase from Gary Goldtooth, or you can just find around randomly, or you can actually find them in other Renegade chests, but you'll have to pay a key to get a key, so you'll at least need 1 key on you anyway. Inside these chests are the other consumables, so the keys, the hay, the beast repellent, some gold, summer tokens, and I think experience. If you collect enough chests throughout the course of the event, you'll be able to unlock the finale quest for the Renegade reputation and get a reward from Scott. And these are all the locations for the Renegade chests for today, May 15. And finally, there is one other thing that you can find in the Forest of Firgrove and Starshine Ranch, and that is these random events. They apparently aren't super common, but I think that everybody has the same ones on every day. So I found 2 today. There's a Jorvik Ranger that is kind of by where Josh does the tutorial quest today anyway, as well as up by the Jorvik Ranger Station, there is a Renegade who has a quest for you. Both of them will ask you to go find something at a specific location, so make sure you pay close attention to the text that they are actually telling you, because that's literally all the information you get. I think that what they ask you to get and the location might vary depending on the player. So today, the Renegade needed a pickaxe at the Bear Cave, and the Ranger needed a hat also at the Bear Cave. I know that they can have different items in different locations, but I don't know if they change or vary depending on the player. I'm just assuming so, but I don't have any proof. So you tell me, did you get the same quests today? I didn't even get to tell you about the clothing items that came out for Camp Western. I told you about the pets, but I didn't tell you about the clothes. So we have 2 shops in the Camp Western Central Hub in Starshine Ranch. You have the token shop, which is all the things that you can get for tokens. The token shop has a lot of sets to offer. New this year, we have this Pink Western Betsy set, but we also have last year's Big Sky Bohemian set, Tractor Rocker Dark set, as well as the Fancy Rancher set. In the normal Shilling and Starcoin shop, we actually have last year's Renegade bandana available, so I'm guessing we're getting a new reward this year. There's also the Americana Red Cherry themed set, both soft fringe sets, and the Canadian Tuxedo set. Now, according to the spoilers, there are 3 sets associated with Camp Western that have not been added to the game yet. I don't know which ones will be added as tokens and which one will be added as shillings and star coins, but there are still 3 more sets that we're waiting to come out this year. And lastly, I mentioned last update video that they started a new redeem code series on Instagram, and we have another new code. So far we have 3 out of 8 of the codes. I'll put them on screen here. Today we got a brand new code, which is I'm a Cool Boss, and that gets you the Adelaide White Western hat, so you don't have to buy it. Anyways, I believe that is all for this week's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video like this. I do try to cover every Wednesday update, and I will see you all in next week's video. Bye!